Alright, welcome to my first YouTube video. It's not going to be very good, but what can you do? I'm gonna do some fight predictions for UFC 266, Volkanovski versus Ortega. So, I will go through the fights that I know. I haven't done any preparation for this, I just wanted to get a video out just to test it. Let me start. Look at all the undercard fights, make sure I don't know any of these. Oh, Chris Dicalcus actually had a sick fight recently that I watched. I think it might have been UFC 264. Had a crazy 1-2 knockout, 1-2 punch knockout. That was pretty good. I think he'll good. Oh, Dan Hooker, Marlon Moraes. Okay, now there's some good fights. I don't know their opponents, but I know they will do well. I think I'll have them to win as well. I think Dan Hooker's too tough for that division. I think he can hang with the top 5. I think he'll be good there, and I think Marlon Moraes, he's kind of on his way out at 135. I think he was in contention at some point, but I think Sandhagen really exposed even his striking, which is, you know, his best quality, but just himself as a fighter, I don't think he's gonna do well. All right, so at the main card we got Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Cavallo. I think Andrade will take that. I know she just had a crazy beating from Valentina Shevchenko, but I have a feeling that her strength is just too much, you know. She's smaller. She's a bit like, her style is very aggressive. I have a feeling that she'll put the damage on early. She'll dominate with the wrestling, but she'll definitely have to have at least 1 or 2 more fights before she fights Valentina again. That was just humiliating. Then we got, good heavyweight fight. Curtis Blaydes versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Both coming off losses to, you know, title contenders, title holders. I mean, Ciryl Gane's about to fight. You know, Ciryl Gane beat Jairzinho, but he's about to fight Ngannou for the belt. I think Blaydes has that, though, still. I think Blaydes' ability to mix takedown and offense together. I know that Derek Lewis caught him, so we'll have to see. And that was a pretty bad knockout. We'll have to see how he performs after a knockout like that. Not even that far away from it. But I think I have Curtis Blaydes winning that one. Decision. I think it'll be a unanimous decision to Curtis Blaydes. Then we got the return, the king, Nate fucking Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. The rematch. And I think this is going to be a good one because been a while since we've seen Nate Diaz. Obviously, his skills on the ground and his stand-up are legendary, his cardio legendary, just a legendary fighter all around. Robbie Lawler, knockout king, welterweight champ, a little bit out of form in his last couple fights, but still improving fighter, always a student of the game, always trying to add more things to his arsenal. Recently, they changed the fight to a 185 bout instead of a 170. Supposedly, it's Nick Diaz, and could mean bad things for Nick Diaz. Maybe he just can't make the weight, maybe he doesn't want to. He fought Anderson at 185, so, you know, it's not like he's not used to fighting at 185, but Robbie still hasn't accepted the fight, so we'll have to see if the fight gets canceled. But in terms of predictions, I would say that Nate Diaz knockout. Nate Diaz knockout in round number 3. Nick Diaz, sorry. I keep saying Nate. Nick Diaz, round number 3, I think knockout. If not a knockout, then unanimous decision, but I would bet money on a knockout. I have a feeling that Robbie Lawler, while more active, just still doesn't match the cardio, the pace, the speed. We'll have to see. I mean, a dumb person would bet for Nick Diaz considering his timeout, but I will go for Nick Diaz, 3rd round knockout or unanimous decision. Next, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy for the flyweight belt, right? Flyweight, is it flyweight? I think it's flyweight. I would say obviously Valentina wins that one. I mean, Lauren Murphy has definitely worked her way up. She's had some okay dominant, she's had some unanimous decisions. I wouldn't say dominant unanimous decisions, but clear unanimous decisions. 4-fight winning streak. I think she has a knockout in one of those, or a TKO. She's pretty sick. But again, Valentina Shevchenko is the pound for pound best female fighter in the world right now. Maybe just under Nunes or maybe just above Nunes. So her technique, her skill, her cunning, aggression, fight IQ, distancing, weapons, they're all infinitely better. I'd say they're both similar fighters, you know, all around in all aspects. You know, maybe Lauren a little bit more onto wrestling if you're going off of, like, you know, fighter pie chart or something. But Valentina is just infinitely better in all of those spots. Infinitely better cardio, better strength. I think you'd have to be pretty dumb to not go for Valentina, considering how dominant she's been in just her last couple fights alone. So yeah, Valentina, I think any way she wants. I think it'll be another crucifix TKO. Either a crucifix TKO in the second or a head kick in the third. That will KO her cold, I think. Just like she did with Jessica Eye. And finally, we have the main event of the evening. Alexander the Great Volkanovski versus Brian T. City Ortega. As we know, Brian Ortega showed very, very, very good skill against the Korean Zombie. You know, outstruck him on the feet, out-techniqued him on the feet. Showed complete, you know, new maturity, new fighter, reborn, you know, Ball T City, as they said. But man, he looked very, very good in his last fight. It has been a year. He's been a little bit more inactive than the champ, but the champ has only fought, you know, Max Holloway recently. However, Volkanovski might have the best fight IQ in all of MMA. The man is a very, very, he definitely deserves the championship spot, regardless of how you view the Max Holloway fights. And I mean, the dude's wrestling. His, again, takedown to pressure fighting. He's calculated. His feints are excellent. His distancing is excellent. He just knows how to win. He's a winner, you know. He has the recent, you know, bias of being a quote-unquote decision fighter, which, I mean, against Max Holloway, what can you really do? The guy doesn't go down with any shots, right? You know, Brian Ortega has been calling him a decision fighter, a point fighter. I mean, Ortega is the one who did get battered by him in their fight, you know, him and Max Holloway. But if I had to go for prediction, you know, Ortega is a finisher historically, you know, jiu-jitsu wise. But I think Volkanovski has it, man. I think Volkanovski will piece him up. I think he might even put him out of there late. It would be a late stoppage. It would be 4th or 5th round KO or TKO. Don't think it'll be a submission. I think it'll just be a clinic from Volkanovski. So, yeah, my main event picks. Andrade. Who's up? Oh, and Andrade. Probably by unanimous decision. Curtis Blades, unanimous decision. Nick Diaz, 3rd round KO. Shevchenko, 2nd round crucifix TKO or head kick TKO. Sorry, head kick KO. Definitely would kill her if she got her with a head kick. And I think finally, I have Alexander the Great Volkanovski putting Ortega out of there in the 4th or the 5th. So yeah, that was my fight predictions. I hope y'all like it. I will make sure that the quality of these videos is better. This is kind of just shot in my car, but I eventually want to get graphics, editing, cuts. This is probably gonna be a whole video, so it may be kind of awkward, but we move. Anyways, I gotta get to class. I hope everyone is watching the fight at home, and we'll see how it goes. All right, thank you. Goodbye.